Guys, welcome to the Biomass Burner free world of Satisfactory. Alright guys, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to the first running coal plants. It's absolutely awesome, isn't it? Well, with that said though, it's only one so far. I think we need to expand on this, but look at this turbine running. I think that's absolutely awesome. I'm not sure that actually looked like that before they actually changed the graphics. That's pretty nice. I definitely don't remember it that way. So very interesting that. Now with that said, we are currently at a coal consumption of nothing, because apparently my power grid is down. Did I run out somewhere? Yeah, okay. I did run out of a tad bit of biomass, and I'm not actually sure I've got a lot. Which is not too great. Let's check it out. Let's have a look right here. It looks like I do have a bunch still, so that's good. I also always forget the buttons for this game. Which is an issue. Q is this, F is that. Where is my inventory? Tab. Okay. Now, okay, that's how we split things, and I'm gonna get some biomass into these biomass burners here, and we'll get these things up and running again, and then I will actually have to check out how and when we can get another power plant onto the grid right here. Now, that said, let me have a look at the build menu. Coal power. Alright, so I'm not sure how much coal I'm actually using here, which is an issue. I've got water consumption. Where do I have coal consumption? Oh, 4 seconds. Is it 4 seconds for one, yeah? Okay. And I'm making what, 120 coal? Let me check this out. I'm just gonna get myself over there and check out how much coal I make per second. It does look like I'm using 1 coal every 4 seconds. So that would mean I mean, it's honestly not too much, is it? I feel I was kind of worried about coal consumption and everything before, but if we're only using 1 coal every 4 seconds, that means like 10 coal every 40 seconds, which means 15 every minute. And I'm pretty sure we're mining more than that, aren't we? Now, the issue also kind of is that I don't think we have a conveyor belt Mark II all the way. I think it goes sort of to out here right now, yeah. And then we're going to Mark 1 because I just don't have enough mats. Now the question is probably how much can we transport on this? Now a Mark 2 transports 120 and this one, okay, this one's only 60. So I said I was using 15 units of coal a minute, wasn't I? Now that means that I could still get another, doesn't it? If we're only using 15 units of coal, flipping spitters everywhere, by the way. If we're only using 15 units of coal, okay, so we're making 120 per minute here. So ideally we would have a Mark II built going all the way. Now, so that's something to target for the future, right? But honestly, if I'm only using 15 units of coal a minute with 1 coal generator, even with a Mark 1 conveyor belt, that would still mean that I could get 4 coal generators going, wouldn't it? I thought I was using more coal for some reason. Very, very interesting. Let me check that out. And if that's actually the case, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be building a bunch more coal generators, and then the next task would probably be getting this to be a Mark II conveyor belt all the way, because that would then mean that we could in turn go for 8 coal power plants, which would be pretty awesome already, I think. And well, then next step would probably be like, I don't know, doing something else, honestly. The goal with coal power is obviously to not be that bothered with this anymore. We could also overclock this thing. So that's obviously an interesting option. We are using for, yeah, 1 every 4 seconds. Which is interesting. Because that literally means 50, okay. I mean, maybe I could, Are you for real now? I ran out on another one, seriously. This is so annoying. Honestly, I think what we will do now is we will just take care of another coal power plant. If I actually have the mats for that, that's probably the better question. So, coal generators, we need 30 cables, which should be an easy task pretty much. I don't have any more in my inventory, it seems, though, so I will have to plunk away at that a bit, and then I'll need a bunch of motors. Then we'll make a few more of these. Now, the question is, how many coal power plants will I actually even need? Because with the slugs coming in and giving me all these nice mats, not the nice mats, but nice shards that I can work with to overclock the production, I'm pretty happy, to be honest, to just leave it at like maybe 4 for the time being, and then I can really just overclock those things. I'm obviously gonna... What are you doing in the middle of my base? Explain yourself. God. Now, I don't know. The thing is, I can then just overclock them, honestly. I'll be using more mats and everything anyways, obviously. But it would just mean that I would have less of a coal power plant clutter. So I think I would be pretty happy with that, to be honest. Now, for the time being, though, I will need a bunch more rotors, I think. So I'm pretty sure those were upstairs. I haven't been to this factory in a whole long while, I feel like. So let's check this out. I think they're in here. Yes, we've got 9. Do we not need 10? Do I really... Oh my god, okay. I'll need to make one myself, I suppose. It's not really that hard, to be honest. I just need some rods and a few screws, so it's really not a biggie. I do have a bunch of reinforced iron plates, so that's good news right there. And with that said, let's get ourselves over to the crafting table that I think I still have over here. Yep. Make that last motor that I do need, which... Let me just scroll down. Rotor, rather, exactly. And let me just scroll down to actually see. Okay. I was kind of scared there that I wouldn't have enough mats, but I do. So, making that last motor then. There we go. That's enough for one more coal power plant. And then I'm pretty sure I'm just going to overclock one of them. So, yeah. Pretty happy with that now. We've got a flow rate of 300 in these pipes, apparently. I'm pretty sure I was using like 50 per power plant, if I'm correct there. So that would mean I could do 6 with one pipe. And then from that point on, I would need to get another one, or 3 overclocked ones in return. So that works. That's pretty good for the time being. Let's go head over here and let's get that coal power plant plunked down. Am I kind of blocking this? Not quite sure if this power pole is blocking it, but I did apparently tear down my tower here the last time, because I'm pretty sure I had like a lookout tower that I built this from. So I'm just, if I can find it, gonna build another one just right here. And we're going to get ourselves right up there and actually build a coal power plant from up here. So, power, coal generator. Let's turn this the proper way. It looks like we're not blocking anything, which is great news. Going to leave a bit of space in between the two, I think. So that means we need... Oh. That means I can only really place another third one here. Well, I guess I can maybe place one right... like on top of there, something in the future, so I guess that still sort of works. Now with that said though, oh god, ow. With that said, let me go ahead and actually build some foundations first, I feel like. Just gonna extend this outwards a bit. Just like that, so that I actually have a grid to align my stuff to. Now I would like to go to logistics, and I will get a conveyor splitter that I'm going to put right there pretty much. So this part of the belt is going to be torn down for a second. Then we will have a conveyor splitter. And I'm pretty sure I just want to make it come in from here. So I would need some sort of alignment, please. Thank you. There's the alignment indicator. So I would have one right here. And I would have another one right there. And now I'll just go and take this conveyor belt Mark 1, get it out onto this platform here. Not quite sure why it turned that weirdly. Just had kind of the feeling that it had jank out there or something, but with that said, I'm going to extend that all the way out here, going to extend one into here, going to extend another one into there, and we are good. Now with that said, the one thing that we're not good on, and why is there this flippin' power pole right in the face of... Oh, God. Okay, I think we will have to move that. Wait, what? I just independently built a power line instead of actually building the respective power pole as I intended to now. So I'm gonna... Yeah, power pole mess. I'm gonna remove this thing. Yes, I know. I took like half the stuff off the grid. I'm very aware of that. Now this thing is in a proper spot, and then we are going to... Oh wow, that's a long power line. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get it attached right over there. Perfect. And then that means that I can actually tear this thing down. Why does it keep making that sound even? That's super annoying. Anyways, with that said and done, I will need to attach the coal power generator right here to that power pole. And what I will also need is some coolant water. Now this is going to be the harder part, I kind of feel like, because I will need to actually split it somewhere. Can I even split it while it's going up here? That's the real question, I feel like. Is that even a possibility? Or does that... Yeah, it seems like that needs to be placed on the ground. Oh. Okay. I don't really like that, I'll have to say. But maybe we can just kind of change this a bit. In the way that... Can I get up here, please? Thanks. In the way that I just put, like, a junction in front of this thing. Well, that is once I actually apparently get a foundation up. So, that, I mean, that's a bit of an issue, right? I would love to just be able to integrate the actual junctions into the pipes instead of having to place them separately on the ground and then connect them up. I feel that's just... that would just be the more ideal way of using them, if that makes sense. Now, anyways, though, so I'm going to place a junction right here, then, which is also floating. I actually don't understand that part. Also, I'm never getting any line indicators on these things, which is a bit annoying. But with that said, I'm going to put the junction right here. So, I'm going to get the pipeline out here. I'm gonna get this thing out here, that thing out there, and that one out there. So that's 3 connections. It doesn't seem like I can make any more than that, but then again, as I told you guys, I cannot have more than 3 of these things. Well, 3 of these things attached to that pipe network anyways, because the initial pipe doesn't transport more than like 300 M3. So, with that said, I'm going to attach the outermost one to that one, and then I'm going to attach this one to that one right here. So, I will need some sort of pole thingy, which I am going to be placing right here this time around. I'm going to be extending this pipe all the way till out here. I'm going to be grabbing it, and I'm going to be Oh, yeah. I was kind of worried that the angle was too steep there, but it's all fine. And it's working. And that should mean... Yes, perfect. So we've got the water coming in now for this thing as well. And let's try and get the power network back on. Look at that. Perfect. We got it going with a good bit of overhead capacity. And we don't need to worry about a bunch of these biofuel reactors anymore, which is great. Let's get rid of the first one. That's a milestone right there, by the way. First biomass reactor torn down. After it being super annoying and us just having 5 bajillion of those up. Now, with that said, let me actually overclock one of these now. Max. And it does seem we're actually consuming less than I was thinking. Wait, is that making it more efficient? We got 200... That's actually very interesting. Look at that. The overclocking is not just speeding it up for us, it's actually making it more efficient for us. Right? Because we've got double the power coming out of this thing, but we're not using double the amount of coal. And we're not using double the amount of water. That's actually very interesting. I mean, look at that. We're consuming 77 M3 a minute now. Right? And we would be consuming 77 a minute here too. So we would be at like 150, 54 or something? So that would mean... Would it mean that? Let me think about that. So we would be at like 231. It's just not enough. It's just not enough to power 3 coal plants with. 4 rather. But maybe we could have 3 coal plants. Well, 3 overclock coal plants with like 3 in there would still not give us the capacity of a 4th one that we overclocked twice. Unfortunately, because this only gives us 50%. So I mean, that's a bit of an issue. Slightly annoying. But look at this. We've got so much capacity now that I think I'm just going to start tearing these biomass burners down. So, especially, obviously, those ones first that are out of biomass. Which means this one here, for example, can go. And this one can go. Oh, look at it. All the biomass burners are going. We've got so many that are out of power already, right? There's so many. And we are still so good for capacity. Like, just look at it. We've got 121 hours more capacity. So we can just keep tearing them down, I feel like. Let me take another 2. How are we doing now? Yeah, we still got like 60. Do I only have these 2 left? How much capacity do 2 give me? Guys, welcome to the biomass burner free world of Satisfactory. Isn't it great? It was so much work, guys. It was really, really so much work. But I finally made it. I don't think we're totally running on coal power alone because we do still have these 2. Are those actually... Those are empty. We are officially, for the first time ever, running 100% on coal power alone. No more running back and forth with biomass. No more annoying power grid outages because things turn off because there's no more biomass. Just coal power goodness. We are kind of peaked. So gotta take that into account. We are at the limit. But we're going. And we're going hard and it's awesome. And I'm absolutely super happy about it. And we've still got more capacity to just put a 3rd coal plant here, which we are going to do. And then we're going to have a good bunch of overheads that we can work with to actually get like more factories and everything going, get everything amped up. While we are never ever going to have to take care of this ever again. I'm so happy, guys. I really am so happy. So yeah, with that said, everything's working away like a charm now. I am not going to care in the slightest about this anymore. I'm just going to get myself out to the factory and check out if I have the rotors for a 3rd coal power plant. Because if I do, then I know what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be pulling that up. And then I'm going to get a, well, more factory stuff up for us. Maybe also going to push vehicular transport so we can finally have that. Push another few things, you know. Just enjoy the warmth of the smelters a bit more with my extra time. But yeah, it's great, isn't it? Okay, so we only have 6 rotors, which is a bit of an issue, but I'm pretty sure that in our kind of base thingy, we should have a few on-top mats that I can make the last 4 rotors with, and then actually get the last coal power plant going for us. And it's not even going to be a hard setup. I've already got everything split out and everything for us. Should be super fine and easy. So yeah, let me get us up to our base again. Just right here. And well, then we're going to get that going, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So now, gotta say, still not quite used to the slippy slidey thing. I do have to get myself used to that, but with that said, totally forgot to actually pull some rods out of here for myself. So, gonna get those, and then we are going to be making a few more. No! Why? That was a power peak apparently. Oh yeah, because I pulled some iron rods and that got the old machines back up and running, and then we didn't actually hold it quite in there, so slight bit of a whoopsie right there. But honestly, it's not really going to be a very long permanent thing for us right there. We are going to actually just make a few screws right here, and then I'm going to make the rotors, but I'm going to have to see how many of these I actually need for 4 rotors. Just like that, perfect. And then I'm going to make those real quick. So, there we go, 10 rotors. Now, do I have enough reinforced iron plates? I've got 20 in the inventory right now. Oh, just as much as I need. Absolutely spot on, perfect. I love it. So, I did leave the tower standing, which is great. That allows me to place this a lot quicker. So I'm going to get myself back up there. I'm going to place the 3rd coal generator. And then we're going to be good on, like, power grid capacity for a whole long while, I hope. So, with that said, let me line this thing, if it will. Yes, perfect. And a bit of space in between the two. Cool. There we go. I am very happy with that. Now I just have to hope that I do have enough space to get this down here with like a proper angle. I'm really wondering why. Look at that. Why are they janking it over like that crazy instantly? I don't quite get that part. I will maybe actually attach the conveyor first and get the conveyor splitter in place for it, just to make sure that it's actually fitting. I guess worst comes to worst, I can just place the conveyor splitter a bit further to the right, but I would like to actually get it to fit. So let's try it out this way first. Get it nice and aligned, hopefully, and if it doesn't work, then we're going to have to try something else. But it looks like it's working. Okay. That's great, isn't it? Here comes some more coal. We will actually need to attach this. So let's just take care of that. Perfect. And there goes the 3rd coal power plant. Absolutely lovely. Now, with that said, let's run this again and look at all that power that we now have. A whole 277 megawatts generated by this monstrous complex. Absolutely awesome. Let's take a better view of what we just accomplished this episode. It was a whole lot of work, honestly. It took longer than I felt it was going to take. But look at that, the massive pipe network that we built here. All these pipes with cooling water coming in. The whole long conveyor belt with coal coming from all the way out there to get us the mats that we need for this power plant array, and then just these massive power plants working away like mad at this. I don't even feel this angle does it very much of any justice, because you really only ever see half of it because it's so huge. But it's absolutely awesome. So yeah, I mean, with that said, we've now got coal power plants only in here. No more biomass burners in here ever again, which I think is going to be super awesome. That means that we can finally focus on some more other cool things, like vehicular transport, like getting bigger factories up and running, like getting ourselves further along in the tech trees. But I think, guys, that is something we can only get started on in the next episode. So with that said, guys, for the time being, this was it for this episode. I do hope that you all very much enjoyed it, and if you did, please, as always, make sure to hit that like button down below. It does always very much help out the channel. And if you're new around here and enjoyed the video and would like to stay around for more of my content, also definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it, to stay up to date on any future upcoming episodes. And with that said, guys, as always, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.